Okay. And then I'll just put this lesson on YouTube, and if you wanted to listen to it again, you could, because your voice is going to be on there. All right, you ready? So, linear functions and quadratic functions. Okay. All right. First of all, linear. If I graph a linear function, what's it look like?
Straight line.
Straight line. Okay. So basically, there. That's linear, correct? Okay. What does quadratic look like? Like a V? Or yeah, it's kind of more, it's rounded, so it's more like a U, like this, or like this, correct? Okay, so these are what we call linear, quadratic, but these are also called polynomials. This is what you're talking about today. Now, what's so neat about linear? Linear is kind of neat because you have something called slope, like I could put 4/5. And then you always have a starting point called the y-intercept, like 2. What's so cool about these? Well, one reason this goes up is because the a value, remember this, guys? Ax squared. The a value has to be what to go up?
Positive.
Yeah, it's got to be positive, right? So positive a values make it go up, where here, the a value must be what? The a value must be negative. Okay? So you already know some things about polynomials. One is linear, one is quadratic. The other thing, this will always be x to the what power? Linear is always x to the
Is it
first. Yeah. If you see x to the first, you have linear. If you see x to the what? Second, you have quadratic. Well, what's today? Today you're going to do this. And then you're going to do this. And then you're going to do this. Okay? And we're even going to talk about like even that and that. We're going to talk about these, but we're not going to really look at it.
Anymore. Donate to the Cancer Lymphoma Center, or else we'll shake you down.
Alright, we have silver change being bad, dollars and pennies being good. So,
Good to your grade. Good to your grade and bad to the other grade.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And we actually have change.
Donate.
We'll be here, we'll come back through Friday, I'll be back Wednesday and Friday.
Your Wednesday, Friday?
Yeah.
12.
12, 9, 11.
Yay!
Thanks for donating. Huzzah.
Well, you can donate your phone.
12, 9,
There you go.
There you go.
10,
Donate
16, one pick.
12,
This is 11.
9, she has
That's
10,
all right.
11.
That's all you
So,
go.
Anything's good.
are you 11? Because this is 11. I'm
Alright.
Thank you for donating.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. All right, you ready, guys? Okay, they'll be back all week. All right, all knows right. Okay, here we go. All right, now, I'm gonna make this just a little bigger. So here's your first page. Your first page is full of view full screen. Your first page is full of terminology, so we're gonna go kind of quick if we can. But I can't go that quick because I can't lose you. So this is the first thing we're talking about. It's called a monomial. What's a monomial? It says right here, a real number. What's a real number? A number. 5, 6, -6, -5. Okay. It can also be a variable. What's a variable? Give me a variable. A. Okay. Or it can be the product of a real number and a variable. So basically a product means to multiply. So if I said, I'm going to take that 5 and I'm going to take that A and I'm just going to write it down. 5A. So either it can be just a number, it can be just a variable, or it can be a number times a variable. Okay? All right. And another thing about monomial, I like to think of monomial. Mono meaning one term. Okay? So monomial just means one term. What do you think we call two terms? What? Binomial. What do you think we call three terms? trinomial. It's all coming letters. Okay. What's the degree? What's the degree of a monomial? It's the exponent. That's what it is. It's the exponent of the variable. If there is only one variable. Okay, so if I go like this, 6m squared. What degree is that?
2.
Yeah, because you're looking at the 2, aren't you? What degree are we talking? Second. We have a second degree monomial. Okay? Does that make sense? Just look at that. Look at the exponent. Okay, the word polynomial, now monomial means one term, binomial means 2, trinomial means 3, poly actually means
Multiple.
1 or more terms. Here's what they say. A monomial, or the sum of monomials. So in other words, you can keep adding a bunch of monomials. I don't know how to get different colors. Can't do it. Okay, so for example, I could put 6x squared plus 2x plus 1. All I did is I added a monomial to another monomial to another monomial. And this is what we call a polynomial. What's a polynomial? It could be one or more terms. I have 3. And by the way, if I have 3 terms, there's a special name for this.
Trinomials?
It's called a trinomial, and that's what you're going to call it on your assignment. But if you get past 3 terms, like 4 terms, 5 terms, just call it polynomial of 4 terms, polynomial of 5 terms, okay? What's the degree of your polynomial? The degree of your polynomial is the greatest degree among the monomials, okay? So for example, what's the degree of this? Right here. What's the degree of this monomial? I'm sorry, I said no. What's the degree of this polynomial? Yeah, Jenna says it's second. It says right here, the greatest degree. The greatest degree is right there. It's 2, so it's second. It's a second degree polynomial. Yeah? Now, if that would have been a 5, you'd say it's a 5th degree. All right? Polynomial function in the variable x. We're just going to talk about it. Keep going. Okay. Standard form of a polynomial. That's pretty important because that's your first question on your assignment. It says arrange the terms by degree in descending numerical order. Okay. The rest of this I don't care about. Okay. What does that mean? Arrange the terms by degree. Put the highest power first. So if you had 6x to the 4th, that's first, if that's the highest degree. Followed by minus, let's say 3x cubed. Minus x squared plus 4x plus 7. Okay, if you put it in standard form, this is what your assignment says. You have to look at the power of x. The highest power goes first. X to the 4th, x to the 3rd, x to the 2nd, x to the 1st. This one is x to the what?
0.
Yeah, you don't put it, but it's there, x to the 0. Okay? Does that make sense? It's really easy. It's just, you just got to rearrange it in your head. Okay? All right. Turning points. Well, a turning point is a point where the graph of the function changes direction from up to down or from down to up. So guys, look at your problems. Do you have turning points?
Yeah.
Yeah. The turning point happens right there because you're going down, 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 down. Now what are you doing?
Going up.
Up. Once you say down, 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 up, you turn. Or this one's going up, 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 up. No. So this is your turning point. As long as you change directions, you have a turning point. This, we're not talking about this today. This is tomorrow. But that's what a turning point is. Okay? This one we are going to talk about today. It's called what? End behavior. Now, end behavior is how the graph x, it says the direction of the graph of the function as you move to the left and to the right, away from the origin. Okay, you see that graph right there? That graph is acting what on the left side? Which way?
Positive.
Well, up or down. Now all you have to say is up or down. That's an up, right? So this, on the left it goes up, but on the right side it goes what? What's it doing on the right?
Well, it's going up.
It's going up. Okay, so this function has an end behavior of up, up. That's all you have to say on your assignment. Up, up. What's this one doing? This one's on the left it goes down, slash. On the right it goes what? Down. That's all it's doing. Okay? Now, can it go different directions? How about a line? How does a line act? On the left it's going
Down.
down, on the right it's going up. So a line goes down on the left, up on the right. Or a line could do this, right? Up on the left, down on the right. Okay? Alright, that's it. We'll move on. And behavior. This is, you have to say up, up, down, down, all that stuff. Okay? Okay, so here comes your tables. You have to fill these tables in. I'm going to do it with you, but the next page you're kind of on your own. If you're going to classify a polynomial, this is your homework today. Your homework will say, give me the name by degree. Okay? Well, just looking at this, the name by degree is called a constant if you have degree what?
0.
0. So what would that look like, degree 0?
It would just be a regular number with no x.
Like 10, x to the what?
0.
0. Do you have to put x to the 0? No, no, no. So if you just get a number, if all I give you is a number on your assignment today, and I say, give me the name of that polynomial by degree. By degree, it's x to the 0, but x to the 0 is what? Constant. You just write the word constant. You're done. Okay. Now, if you see something that looks linear, it's because you have x to the what? First. So 10x to the first minus 3. All you care about is the highest power of x. So if you see x to the first, you say it's what? Linear. Okay. What does quadratic look like? Well, quadratic has degree 2. So give me an example of quadratic. Jenna? 10x squared, then what? I can quit there if you want me to, but just keep going. Let's get another term. 5. Okay, so she doesn't even put an x term in there. She just says plus 5. All I care about is right here. I care about the 2. The 2 tells me it's quadratic. Cubic, cubic means you gotta have degree what? 3. Avenida, can you give me one? 10x what? Third, okay. Give me some more stuff behind it. Okay, and you want it to be x to the first, it sounds like, and then maybe plus 5? Okay. I could care less what comes after 10x cubed. 10x cubed tells me it's cubic. It's the highest power that tells you what it is. Quartic, Clarence, give me some. Let's get out of these 10s.
Alright, 6x,
Quartic means it's what?
cubed. No,
Quartic has to be x to
to the
the...
power of 4.
Yes.
Because of
6x to the 4th, and give me anything.
Alright, plus 5x minus 3.
Minus what?
3.
Okay. You guys just... But this could go on, right? X cubed, x squared, x minus 3. I mean, it can go on forever. Quintic is the last one you're going to talk about. It's got to be degree what? 5. Felicia, can you give me a degree 5?
3x to the minus 5x plus 4.
Okay. All right. There it is. All you care about is the highest power? The highest power tells you what degree it is. So you say this 4 is quartic, this 1 is linear, this 5 is quintic. That's all you have to say. Use the words. Come back to this graph whenever, or this table whenever you want. Okay, next up, classify the polynomial. Classified by what? The number of terms. Okay? Monomial means you have what? One term. Jenna, you have one term. 8x. Okay. Or could I do negative 7x to the 5th? Would that work? Yeah. As long as you have one term, you have a monomial. So classify by terms, just sit there and count your monomials. And by the way, what separates monomials? How do you separate them? Like if I want a binomial, how do you give me a binomial? It's 2 terms. What's going to separate this term from this term?
Different.
What's in the middle? A what? Addition or subtraction. There you go. So give me a binomial, Jenna. X to the 5th plus 3. She got it. That's it. As long as you have a plus sign or a minus sign, that separates monomials. So I have a binomial right there. Okay, where a trinomial would be 3 terms. So I can go what? Let's just throw one at you. 3x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. Okay? So there's a trinomial. And by the way, there's a million of billions and trillions of these. I'm just making this stuff up. Poly. Poly means, it does not mean 4. Poly does not mean 4. Poly actually means 1 or more terms. 1 or more. Now, if you get one term, though, guys, there's a special name. It's called monomial. If you get 2 terms, there's a special name. It's called binomial. If you get 3, there's a special name called what? Trinomial. So now, the only time you ever say polynomial is when there's 4 or more. I know I said 1 because 1, 2, 3, but when you get 4 or more, you say, I have a polynomial of 4. Polynomial of 5. Okay, let's just do a quick example. 2x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd minus x squared plus x plus 7. What would you call this, what I wrote on the board?
Polynomial of 5.
Polynomial of 5, you got it. So when you see that on your homework, just say this. Polynomial of 5 terms. Okay. Okay, now I've talked enough. Now you have to perform. Ready? Go to the next page. It says, well, hang on, I can go like this. It says to write each polynomial in what form? Standard form. Name the polynomial by degree and by number of terms. Should we do the first one together? Yeah? Okay. Standard form. Okay, standard form. Now I've talked so much you probably forgot what standard form is. Is this in standard form? No, it's not. It's got to be what first? Highest degree, so it's got to be 5x to the 4th. It's the 4 that needed to go first, x to the 4th. Then if there's an x cubed, take it. There's no x cubed. If there's an x squared, take it. It's right there. Okay, what comes after x squared? X to the 1st. Is there one? Yeah. What comes after x to the 1st? X to the nothing. Well, there is no number all by itself, like 6, 8, 10, nothing. I'm done. That's it. That's your answer. In standard form, highest power of x, next highest power of x, next highest power of x, and then the number at last. Okay, by degree, how would you label it by degree? Jenna says this. She says this is a fourth degree. I agree, it is fourth. But every polynomial has a name. What do we call fourth degree polynomials? Previous page.
Polynomials to the power of 4?
No. You got to go to the upper table. Fourth degrees are given names. Quartic. This is quartic. If that would have been x squared, we'd say quadratic. If that would have been x to the first, we'd say linear. X cubed would be cubic. X to the fifth would be quintic. Okay, because it's x to the fourth, we call it quartic. Okay, number of terms. Ready? Classified by number of terms. Whoa, not team. Terms. What do you call it when it's one term plus one term minus one term? That's three terms. No, there's a special name for that. 3 terms, trinomial, yes. You never say polynomial until you get over 3. Okay, so this is a trinomial. It's a quartic trinomial, and there it is in standard form, okay? You have 3 more to do, maybe a minute or so, and then I'll ask you for answers. This is exactly what they do in Algebra 2. This is actually the book they work in Algebra 2. They go faster. They go a little faster than this. The degree, there's no special name, so just say. Because you know, a 5th degree is called this, a 4th is called this, but there's no 7th, there's no 6th. So just say the word, or just say the number, 7. Okay. Standard. Letter B. In standard form, Felicia, what is it? Letter B.
X cubed minus 3x squared plus 7x plus 2.
Say again, plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you guys agree? Okay. Degree, what do you call it by degree? It's highest powers right here. Name, cubic. I know it's 3rd degree, guys. I know that. But there's a name that goes with 3rd degree. It's called cubic. And then number of terms. How many terms do you count? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Is there a special name for 4 terms? Yeah, there's no special monomial, binomial, trinomial. So we'll just call it poly. It's a polynomial of what? 4 terms. Yeah, just say of 4 terms, 5 terms, 6 terms, 7 terms, okay? All right, you get what you're doing? Okay. Jenna, standard form.
3x plus 8.
Okay, standard form is 3x plus 8, she says. I would say, Jenna, you're right. What do we call it by degree? She calls it linear because it's x to the first. And yeah, this is a binomial. Why? Because there's 2 terms. Here's the answer. Here's the answer. Here's the answer. Okay? All right, that last one's kind of weird because there's not much to it. How do you put x to the 7th in standard form? X to the 7th. The highest power of x first. Okay. What comes after x to the 7th? Nothing. So, Amanita, what are we going to call this by degree? Is there a name for 7th degrees? No. I got quintet goes with 5. After 5, you have no names. So just call it a what degree?
7.
Yeah, just say this. If there's no name that goes with it, just call it, it's a 7th degree. Okay? How many terms do you see there? X to the 7th. I see 1. Call it a what? Polynomial. Good? This is all terminology. It's just you got to know the words. Otherwise, if you don't know the words, these 6 people that are on here, they're in trouble. They're going to have to watch this. Okay? They have to watch this. All right. Turn the page. Now we talk about these 2 words, and what? And behavior. And I kind of already talked about end behavior. Up, up, down, down, all that kind of stuff. Okay. All you have to do when it comes to end behavior is this. Look at your graph. On the left, what does this one do? It goes up. On the right, what does it do?
Goes down.
Nope, this one is up.
Oh,
Up.
I was looking at the
Oh,
other one.
okay. Up, up. Now look at the next one to the right. It goes what? Down, down. So we say down, down. Okay. When does this happen? It happens when you get what kind of functions? Even functions. Now what are even functions? X to the...
Oh, like x to the 4th.
Yes, but you skipped one.
Oh.
X to the 2nd, x to the 4th, x to the 6th, and so on and so on and so on. Correct? All you have to know is it even or is it odd. Well, evens act the same. They go the same direction. Up, up, or down, down. Okay, here's my question to you. Why is this an up, up? Hey guys, look, right here. Look at the function right there. Why is this an up, up function?
Because it has x to the 4th.
Yeah, right there, guys, look. It's got to be even. Is it even? Yes, it is. This is an x to the 4. It's up, up. Now, why is it up, up, not down, down? There's another thing you have to know. Because what? It's positive. You got it. So look what you have to know. If this is even and it's positive, it goes which way? Up, up. Well, guess what? Look on the next one. If you look here, guys, look at your x squared. X squared is even, and what do you notice in front of it is what? It's negative. When you have an even function and it's negative, it's going to go down, down. Okay? So how do I know if a function goes up, up, or down, down? Tell me.
The positive and negative in front of x.
Ooh, you have half.
In front of the largest.
No, it's even.
Even. It's got to be even. Evens go up, up, or they go down, down. Now, how do I know if they go up, up? They got to be positive x to the 4th. How do I know if they go down, down? It's got to be negative x to the 2nd. Okay, so would you guys tell me this? X, negative x to the negative x to the 10th. Tell me what that means.
These go down, down.
We're going down, down, aren't we? That's a down, down. Okay. All right. Okay, ready? Next would be odd functions. Now, odd functions, okay, that's going to happen when you have x to the what? X to the 1st, x to the 3rd, x to the 5th, and so on and so on. As long as the degree is odd, it's an odd function. Now, notice what odd functions do. Odd functions either go down on the left, up on the right, or up on the left, down on the right. Okay, like this. Watch my arrows. Down on the left, up on the right. Up on the right, down on the left. So they go what directions? Same or opposites? They go opposite directions, yeah. So here's the deal. If you have an even functions act like parabolas, up, up, down, down. But odd functions act like what? Lines. They act like lines. Look, either down, up, or up, down. Okay, look at this one. This one has an odd function. It's got x to the third, so we know it's odd. But why does it go down on the left, up on the right? Because it's positive. Now, hang on. We got to kind of figure this out. Lines that are positive. Think positive slope. How do positive slope look? They go up. So you know what? If I get a positive odd, it's a line going up. So on the left it goes what? Down. On the right it goes up. So this is the down up graph. Okay? Now come over here. You guys, these three guys, just be patient. This is up on the left, down on the right. Why does it do that? Because that 3 right there is what? Odd. So now you know it acts like a line. But that x cubed is negative, and when it's an odd negative, it acts like a line going which way? Up or down? Negative. It's a line going downhill. So on the left it goes what? Up. There's your up. And then on the right it goes what? Down. That's what it acts like. Okay? But I know how crazy it looks. We don't care about how crazy it looks today. Today we're not going to talk about this. Woo, woo, woo. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about what? What's this called again? What's it called when I say up, down, down, up? It's called the what behavior? Yeah, that's all we're talking about is what does it do on the end of the function, okay? All right, turn the page, take a look at that graph, and we're going to talk about that. You three, read the directions. You three guys, here's a book. Here is a book the wrong way, I folded it wrong. Now these can be stapled. And we'll staple it later. For right now, let's just keep working. Okay, so guys, we're almost done. Here we go. Determine the end behavior, whether the function is even or odd, and the sign of the leading coefficient in each graph. So they want the end behavior, EB. EB is end behavior, okay? They want even or odd. Whoops, hang on. I'm going to go down here. Even slash odd, okay? And then they want you to give me the sign of the leading coefficient. So I'm going to put LC, leading coefficient. Is it positive slash is it negative? All right, you ready, guys? You and I have to do this. Look at the graph. On the left, what's it doing? It's going up. The end behavior is up slash, whoa, what happened there? Okay, up slash what? Down. Okay, up on the left, down on the right. Okay. Okay, that's done. Up, down. Okay, what about is it even or is it odd? You think it's odd? How come?
Because they're one of them is up, the other's down.
It acts like a line. This is up on the left, down on the right. If it acts like a line, it's odd. So you guys, you should be saying odd is it's an odd function. Okay. Now the leading coefficient. Look at this line, guys. Up, down. Is this line that I'm doing right now? Is this a line going uphill or downhill?
Down.
Come in from the left side. You're going downhill. Downhill would be which one?
Negative.
It's negative. So this has a up, down, end behavior. Why is it odd?
Because they go different directions.
They go different directions. Acts like a line, this way, or this way, okay? Why is it negative? Because the line is going downhill, okay? This is downhill for a line. This is uphill for a line, okay? Move over, here we go. All right, ready? End behavior on this one. E, B. Up, down, up. What do you think?
Up.
Oh, it's up. Hey, it's not up. We're going to say up, slash, what? Up, done. Okay, tell me, even or odd? Yeah, if functions go up, down, they're even. Okay, this is even. So it's even, it's up. And because it goes up, is it a positive or a negative leading coefficient?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, you got it. That's it. Okay, we are only going to look at the functions. We're not going to look at the table. Don't cross the table out. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, you ready? Let's take a look at this one. Is this function even or odd? Okay, what you have to do, guys, is look at the x's. That is x what? Squared times, hang on, times, if you FOIL this out, x minus 1 times x minus 1 times x minus 1 times x minus 1 4 times, it turns out to be x to the 4th times, that's x plus 5, just x, that's just x. So you got to look at all these x's and kind of do this multiplication in your head. X times 4 more x's.
X is 6.
Yeah, times 1 more x.
X is 7.
This is what? This is an x to the 7th function. Do you see what I'm saying? This equals x to the 7th. This is odd. Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
See that x squared? Is that positive? Look at the leading term. Is that positive? Yeah, this is positive. This is an odd positive function. And if you guys know anything about odd positive, odd means it's a line this way or this way. Which one?
The first one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, one going uphill. Yep, it's this. Down on the left, up on the right. Okay, let's move over. Try this one. Then we're done, by the way. Okay, the first x is what? Don't even look at the 2. Just tell me. It's x to the first times 3x plus 1 squared would end up being x what?
X is second.
X to the second times x plus 7 times x plus 7 times x plus 7 times would end up being x to the what? 7. If you multiply all that out, you get x to the
10.
1 plus 2 more is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. Is this an even or an odd? Even. Because of the 10. Does this go up or down?
Down.
Look at the leading coefficient. It's what?
Negative.
It's negative. You guys should know if I did graph that, it would go down on the left, it would go down on the right. Now what's it doing in between?
Squiggly line.
I have no idea. Squiggly lines, yep. We'll talk about this later. This is all I care about today. Down, down. That's all I care about.
How come that one isn't negative?
Oh, this one back here?
Yeah.
Because look at the x squared in front. The x squared is positive. So you have a positive. But that leading term was negative.
Oh, it looks like that. Yeah, it looks negative.
I think that's an equal sign, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think. Okay. Anyways, this is odd positive. Odd positive acts like this. Down on the left, up on the right. What's it doing in here?
Squiggly lines.
Squigglies, yeah. We'll talk about squigglies later, okay? All right. Good? We're done. Here's your homework. Go right here. You have to do parts A, B, C. A, B, C. You guys be patient. Okay. All right. Go back on the sheet. Everybody, we're doing let's do number 4 together. Okay, here comes number 4. Okay. Number 4 looks like this. X plus 2x squared is 3x plus 6, okay? All right, first thing we have to do, part A, is what?
Find my terms.
Standard form, yep. All right. Okay. In standard form, what comes first? Highest power of x. It's got to be this one, right? 2x squared. Okay. What comes next? X to the first. But the problem is, you have an x to the first there, you have an x to the first there. So you have 2x to the first. Could we combine them? What is this plus this?
Negative 3x squared.
No. When you combine like terms, the x to the first and x to the first don't change. All you do is you say negative 3 of them plus 1 of them. What's negative 3 plus 1?
Negative 2.
It is negative 2. Okay, so standard form just means highest power of x, next highest power of x. Guess what? I've used this, I've used this, I've used this. Now what? Plus 6. All done. Standard form is done. Part B. B. All right, let's name it. Name the polynomial by degree, then name it by terms. Okay, you ready, guys? By degree. What's the highest power of x?
X squared.
Yes. There's a name that goes with x squared. What's it called? Go to your second page. Go to your table. It's called what? Quadratic.